it going, everybody? Welcome back. Level M Dadcast. We're continuing to roll through some Majorette. We did start off with our tuner kits, our deluxe kits. We're moving into the premium set, the premium 6-car set for the Japan series. So brand new for this year. This one we're going to start off with. This is the Nissan Safiro A31. This one in a dark red. Just a kind of factory color. Does have a matching card art. Looks pretty good. So get this guy cracked open. Get this guy out of there. Of course, premium line means everything is going to have a moving part of some sort, one way or the other. This one happens to have a opening hood. So this casting's been around for quite some time. We've seen many versions of this casting. We've also seen this casting relatively frequently in the US, which is okay, although it's been basically the same version over and over and over. Lens headlights look absolutely excellent. The prints are super crisp, just as you'd expect from Majorette. Details on the side look very good. Does have suspension, of course. Uses those nice 6 spokes. A little bit of black print for the outline around the windows and stuff. Looks good. This one happens to be right-hand drive. Details in the back. All the prints are super crisp. They look really good. Really like those details a lot. Such a great casting. Great quality from good old Majorette. Of course, they make excellent stuff. 1/58 scale. We did crack one open in our previous mix, which was the tuner mix. All right, brand spanking new casting from Majorette. This is the JZ-A80 Supra, the Mark IV Supra, in kind of a hunter green color. Brand spanking new casting. This is probably going to be one of the most popular in this particular mix, although I don't think it will be the most popular. I'll give you my thoughts on which one I think will be the most popular. So there is our Supra, which looks really good. Uses the same 6-spoke as the last one. This one also right-hand drive, a little bit of a half roll cage in the back. So that's kind of cool. Half roll cage in there. Lens lights like you'd expect from Majorette. Toyota symbol on there looks pretty good. Details in the front, no front mount or nothing like that. It does have an opening hood. It doesn't open all that much, but there is your inline 6-cylinder down in there. 2JZ. Looking pretty good. I think this one will be relatively popular with tuners, customizers as well. I've been talking about that a little bit with this mix. Details in the back look good, says Toyota. Prints are not exactly placed on the casting all that well for this one, but again, you're looking at it very close, so not too shabby. Does have suspension, although not very much wheel travel on this particular model. Flipping around and see the deets there. There we go. 1/60th scale on this particular one. Kind of an interesting design back there. Kind of interesting. So that one is a pretty decent one. Let's see. We'll put that one. Let's put that one down here. Let's put that one down at the bottom as we roll through. All right, another brand spanking new casting, your Toyota Century, of course, in black. Matchbox will be doing this model as well in moving parts for 2025. There is the card art. Looks absolutely fantastic. So get this one cracked out. Really like the Toyota Century. It's really cool one. So super luxury model for the Japanese market. Uses the smaller multi-spoke wheels, like 8-spoke wheel. Looks pretty good. Prints on the side look pretty good. The Toyota crown symbol in that C or D pillar there. And then full prints on the back. Of course, it does say Century on there. And Toyota, the prints are fantastic. Majorette does a very good job with their prints. Very good job. Still has lens lights in the front like you'd expect. There is your crown symbol. Those details look absolutely fantastic. This one is also right-hand drive. And this one is opening doors. So after all, we are talking about the premium series. So of course it's going to have opening features, all of them. This one looks absolutely fantastic. Really nice details on there. The kind of chocolate interior looks very good as well. So a lot of cool details in there. Really like those details a lot. So we'll get those doors closed. Very nice. Gloss black with, of course, those fender mounted rearview mirrors, which is very cool. Still has suspension. A little bit of wheel travel in there, which is pretty nice. And then there is your base deets. A little bit easier to read just because it's a gray base. But there is your deets, of course, Dickey Toy Group is the owner for this one. So let's put this one here. Put that one right chomp. All right, another brand spanking new casting, Lancer Evolution 9, Lancer Evo 9. We actually got this one here in the U.S., the real car, the one-to-one car. This one in blue. This is also a brand spanking new casting, which I find shocking that we've had a Subaru for so long, but we haven't had Evos, which is interesting. So there is your deets in the front. There is your Mitsubishi logo in there. Looks like it's not fully printed up, of course, just because I'm giving them such kudos on their print. There's a little bit of black print for that vent hood in there. Again, right-hand drive on this one. This one also has a half roll cage in it. They're kind of doing that with all of these models to make them a little bit more racy. Uses the bigger 5-spoke wheel. I think that wheel looks fantastic on this casting. Deets on the back, full prints, exactly what you'd expect. Of course, it says Mitsubishi on the plate, Mitsubishi Motors. And then there is your Evo on the trunk lid. Of course, the wing is nice and open, looks good. Nice suspension to this one as well. This guy does have opening doors as his premium feature. The interior looks really, really good. Nice big buckets in there, probably Sparkos. Definitely more race car setup than anything. But I think it looks good. Steering wheel looks good. So the steering wheel almost looks like it's got print on it, but I think that's just the molding. But that's pretty impressive nonetheless. Deets on the base here. There is your deets right there. Of course, made in Thailand, 1/58 scale. Nothing particularly fancy with the base, but that's a pretty good version. I do like that one quite a bit. So we'll keep our 4 doors on the left side, our sedans. All right, no Japan series will be complete without some sort of a skyline. We do have our R34 in Millennium Jade. Yes, that is Millennium Jade print. And yes, the hood is separate for some reason. That is why that's how they designed this casting. I thought that was a very interesting choice to make the hood completely separate. If that's what they want to do, that's perfectly fine. It does give some good details for that RB26 down in there. DETT. Not as nice as the rest of them, though. The rest of them are metal. They're molded with the casting. This one's plastic with the interior, but there is the deets in the front. Of course, your GTR symbol in there in the grille. Very, very small print. Very small print. But this one looks good. I think the Millennium Jade looks fantastic for the scale, for the size. I think they did a fantastic job with that. Uses the same big 5 spokes as that Evo we just looked at. This does have a little bit of gunmetal gray print on the outside. I think that wheel looks good on this car. A little bit thin on the tires, the sidewall of the tires, but I think it still looks okay. And then, of course, your GT symbol on the fender. Of course, those iconic circle taillights. It does say Skyline embossed in the casting. Of course, that one reverse light, one fog light, rear fog light, and then, of course, your GTR and Nissan, even the little keyhole detail in there. And, of course, the little exhaust tips, which is pretty average. The hood piece is metal, so this is a metal hood. 2 little notches in there, 2 little notches on the back of the hood. Just pops right on there. Sits perfectly flush, no problems, no nothing. Doesn't fall off. It's good to go. Just a very, very interesting design. And then taking a look at our base deets, 1/59 scale for this one. So their scales are definitely all over the place, but it works out. It works out relatively well. So we'll put our GTR up there. Now, I did mention I think that there's going to be a much more popular model in this mix. And to be honest, I think it's going to be this one. This is your Honda Civic Type R EK9. Now, this particular set is a little bit older now. It's been out in other parts of the market for a while. Now, this is not available to buy in the U.S. I just want to clarify that. So it's not like I bought these off the store. These actually came from Australia. And they retailed for 10 Australian dollars a piece, which is about $6, roughly $6 US. So about the price of a premium. So pretty competitive. This does utilize a new wheel. This is a new wheel, a new 5-spoke wheel. Those do have openings in between the spokes. You kind of see right through them. These ones happen to be white face, which looks really, really good. This would have looked much better in white. But I do like that they started out with yellow. I think that that's a little bit out of the norm, which is good. Type R on the back, Honda on the back as well. Taillights done up, looks pretty good. With a print for the B-pillar, half cage in this one as well. Lensed lights looks pretty good. Your Honda symbol in the front looks very, very good. It's very, very good. It does have suspension on this guy as well. And of course it is premium, so it does have an opening hood. This one got quite a bit of overspray, which is uncommon for Majorette. Typically the masking of the hoods or moving parts is actually done pretty well. But a lot of overspray on this particular one. So, and again, there's no holes in the top. You guys saw me crack that one open. That does have an accessory on the top. Not all of them have hoods or holes on the top, so don't worry about that. And then there is our base Dietz, again, 157 scale, being a little bit of the smaller one, a little bit of the quote-unquote black sheep. They actually did a really good job. This one, you can't really get the full effect of the casting, but when you see it in just stock livery like that, Majorette did a really, really, really good job on that Civic. I'm not a Civic guy myself, definitely not a Honda guy, but they did a really good job on that casting. They did a fantastic job on the Evo. They did a really good job on the Toyota Crown. I can't wait to see that one in Matchbox. And then, of course, the Supra. Most everybody does a good Supra. But anyways, there we go. That is your premium mix on top of the tuner mix. We got a little bit more to go. We're going to fill up that board with all this Japan series from Majorette. So more stuff's coming down the pipeline. We'll see you on the next video. LMD. Peace!